So hi everybody, today I thought I would do a little video for you, giving you my top 5 tips for meeting characters at Disneyland Paris. I love Disneyland Paris. I have the guide because I like to sit on the train and read it, even though I kind of know most of the stuff in there now. But yeah, I've been twice to Disneyland Paris, so I'm no expert or anything, but I watched tip videos and stuff before I went about meeting characters. I spoke to people, and I'm just going to give you my top tips, the things that I found worked and will work for me when I was there. So tip number 1, and it's the most obvious tip, and it is pick up a penguin. No, it isn't pick up a penguin. It's pick up a program. If you stay in a Disney hotel, they normally give you a program when you check in, but they have loads and loads of them as you walk into the parks. And in the program, they have all the times the characters are coming out, which characters are coming out, where they're meeting, and for how long, and everything like that. So you can just look at the program on it. You can pick which characters you want to go and find and what times they're going to be there. That's the easiest thing, obviously, because it's set in the program, and you know that characters is going to be out unless it's going to be extreme circumstances and something happens, but that rarely does. So you get the program, and then you can find on the map as well where they're going to be meeting and the times, and it's enough said on that, isn't it? It's simple. So tip number 2, I found that getting to the scheduled meets, the ones that are in the programme, early does pay off. I was there a couple of months ago for Christmas, and I really wanted to see Thumper and Miss Bunny. I was really happy they were meeting because I thought they only did it when it was the Step into Spring or Swing into Spring. Such a tongue twister. I thought they only came out for the spring season anyway, and I saw that they were out for Christmas, and I was so happy. I really wanted to see the bunnies. So my second to last day, it's in the programme. They're meeting at Casey's Corner at 10:40. Walked over at 10:30, and the bunnies were already out, and the queue was huge. I was like, oh no, I really want to meet the bunnies. So the last day I went up there about 10 o'clock, because I thought if they're due to come out at 10:40, and they were out 10 minutes early yesterday, I'm going to get here and just see what time. So I got there at 10 o'clock. They weren't out, really quiet. Chip and Dale were about meeting, so I was just watching them because they're funny to watch. I just kept my eye on the door for where the characters were coming in and out, and a few cast members were coming in and out. And then would you believe, at 10:20, the door opened and there was bunnies. I was like, bunnies! Ran to the queue, and I was the first in the queue, so it paid off to get there early. Time I'd had my meet, I had a little chat with them, had a cuddle, had a kiss, and had a photo. The queue was huge. It was huge. People just swarmed over, and those kind of places where the characters meet, I tend to find it busier because it's like on Main Street, off of Main Street, where people are walking down, and people see the characters, and the queue gets really big. So definitely try and get there early in case they do come out early. It's definitely worth it. I found that Merida did the same because she was meeting in Frontierland, and I got to her about 15 minutes before she was due to come out, and she was already there with a massive queue. So definitely get there early. It's definitely worth it. Tip number 3, and it's another easy one, it's just keep your eyes open. You could be walking around and oh wow, there's a character. I saw a few out when I was walking around. I saw Tweedledee and Tweedledum. They were out by the Alice's Curious Labyrinth. I saw Susie and Perla were out. They were by It's a Small World, where they walked to go to Auberge, and they were out and they were having photos and signing people's autograph books. So yeah, they do come out. And another really good spot I found was by the Casey Jr. train. There's a door, a cast member door, just round by there, and a lot of characters come out there as well. And it's really quiet as well. I met Eeyore there on my first day. No queue. I literally walked up to him. Eeyore! Photos, hugs, chats, and that was great. Really, really quiet area, so definitely go and check that out if you're walking about. But yeah, you can see characters anywhere. You'll just be standing there or walking around, and they'll just be walking around or having meets and having photos. So just keep your eyes peeled and be alert. So tip number 4 is magic hours. Now, you get magic hours in the Disneyland park if you stay in the Disney hotels, or if you have an annual pass, I believe. So normally the park opens at 10 o'clock. If you have the magic hours, then you can get in there from 8 o'clock. And I was there a few days, and I spent first sort of my couple of days on my magic hours meeting characters. There was Mickey and Minnie. Don't forget I went at Christmas time, so we had Mickey and Minnie in Christmas outfits. They were down by City Hall. There was Goofy and Pluto the other side, Donald Duck, Chip and Dale. I literally waited like 5 minutes for Donald Duck, 5-10 minutes for Pluto and Goofy, and probably about 15 minutes for Mickey Mouse and Chip and Dale. So much better. As soon as the park opens, the queues are huge, especially for Mickey and Minnie. As you all know, they are the most popular characters. I don't know whether they're changing that though. They did have the characters in the Disney hotels, and people were meeting them there, and then they moved them into the park, and I'm hearing rumours that they're going to put them back into the hotels. I don't know if that's happening now or it's going to happen, but so if that might change the fact that they're in there for magic hours. It's good having the characters in the part of magic hours. Like I say, the queues were nothing, and it was so much quieter, and you could get some really good quality time meeting the characters, and it was great. So definitely, if you have magic hours, use them for the characters, because I find the character queues are longer than the ride queues anyway, like in the day. So definitely use your magic hours for the characters. And number five, my last tip, and that is, if all else fails, character dining. You will not fail to meet characters if you do a character dining experience. I have only done Cafe Mickey. I've done it twice, and I met Mickey Mouse, Minnie Mouse, Donald Duck, Goofy, Pluto, Eeyore and Tigger. They usually always have Mickey and Minnie, or Mickey or Minnie in there, like one of the mousies. Goofy and Pluto are regularly in there. I mean, I saw Goofy and Pluto both times that I was in there. And they do tend to have poo characters as well. I know they've had Rabbit in there before, but I've only had Eeyore and Tigger. And you sit down and have a nice meal. I think the price for the meals there are quite reasonable as well, considering it's character dining. I think it's between 35 and 40 euros each for a 3-course meal. You can do breakfast as well. I don't know how much it is because I've never done it. I've only done the dinner. But there's normally like 5 characters in there. Every time that I've been, there's been 5 different characters, and they will come round to your table, come and say hello, and sign autograph books if that's what you want, and have photos. And they also do birthdays in there, so you've got like a little one that's having a birthday, or even a grown-up that's having a birthday. They can do cakes, and all the characters come over and everyone claps and sings along, and it's really lovely. So definitely do that. There's also Auberge de Cendrillon, I can't say that, rubbish, I'm sorry, which is the princess dining. Now, I haven't done it, but my next trip I am going to do it because it's something that I've been wanting to do, but I just haven't quite got around to it yet. And that's obviously a lunchtime thing, and that's in the Disneyland Park. And I think there's normally 3 princesses in there, 1 prince, and then Susie and Pearl the mice. So if you didn't want to do the Princess Pavilion queuing and stuff like that, then Auberge is another option. I do believe it's a bit more expensive. I think it's around 65 to 70 euros for a 3-course meal in there, and then drinks on top. I think it changes if you have Disney dining plans. I don't know anything about that. I said I never do it, so I'm sorry I can't answer questions on that. But yeah, there's Auberge for princesses. And the other one is the Inventions brunch, which I think is on a Sunday at the Disneyland Hotel. And they have different themes. And my friend is there at the moment, and the theme is Aladdin. So they're meeting Aladdin, Jasmine, Abu, and I think maybe Mickey and Minnie come out in like Arabian Nights kind of costumes and stuff like that. But I think that is just on a Sunday in the Disneyland Hotel in the Inventions. Again, I haven't done that because I normally go Monday to Friday to avoid the weekend crowds. So, but yeah, that's it, guys. I mean, most important thing obviously is have fun with it. Just have fun, enjoy yourself, don't get stressed, just go and chill. It's Disneyland, it's the most happiest place on earth. Obviously if you've got any questions about character meets or Disneyland Paris in general, then please leave them in the comments box below, and I will go and try and answer as many of them as I can. Also, if you want to watch my Disneyland vlogs, I went a couple of months ago in November for Christmas. I will leave links in the description box below to my Disneyland Paris vlogs if you want to check those out. I think that's all I have to say. If you like this video, then please give it a big thumbs up for me. And if you haven't already, then please also subscribe. I do a lot of Disney videos, so if you're a Disney head like me, yeah, please subscribe. I hope you're all well. I will speak to you soon. Mwah. Bye, guys.